Nobody warns you that responsibility can become a cage. You think you are being mature because you show up, stay quiet, avoid trouble, pay your bills, keep your promises, and choose the safe option again and again. From the outside, it looks like discipline. It looks like stability. It looks like life under control. But slowly, something strange happens. Your life stops expanding. You are not falling apart. You are not failing, but you are also not moving forward. You keep doing what normal people are told to do, yet the reward gets smaller. More effort, same position. More patience, same pressure. More loyalty, same limits. You stay in the safer job because it pays the bills. You repeat the same routine because it feels responsible. Nothing collapses, so you assume nothing is wrong. But sometimes a life can be stable and still be shrinking. That is the first hidden rule people learn too late. Being good at surviving is not the same as building a life. Survival rewards consistency. Growth requires direction. The trap was never that you did nothing. The trap was that you kept doing what looked responsible. And this is where the problem gets darker. Most people are not living by their own rule book. They inherited one without noticing. Most normal people are not taught how life really moves. They are taught how to stay acceptable, be polite, be useful, be easy to manage. Do not ask for too much. Do not disappoint people. Do not take strange risks. Keep your head down and wait for life to reward you. At first, this rulebook feels safe. It helps you avoid shame. It keeps you out of trouble. It makes teachers approve of you, bosses trust you, and family members stop worrying about you. You become the person who does not create problems. But the same rulebook that makes you acceptable can also make you invisible, because the world does not only reward effort, it rewards positioning. It rewards timing. It rewards people who understand value, ownership, attention, negotiation, and courage. But normal people are often trained to only understand obedience. So they become useful inside systems they do not control. They help someone else's plan move forward while their own plan stays unclear. They wait to be chosen. They wait to be noticed. They wait for fairness to finally arrive. And that is why the disappointment feels so confusing. You did what you were told. You stayed decent. You stayed loyal. But the scoreboard was never just behavior. Years later, you realized something painful. You were not failing at life. You were succeeding at the wrong game. You do not notice the rule book while you are following it. You notice it when your safe choices start repeating the same year. This is how the rule book shows up in real life. You choose the safer job because uncertainty feels irresponsible. You stay in the same environment because starting over feels too dramatic. You avoid the hard conversation because peace feels easier than tension. You keep the same friends, same habits, same routine, same identity, not because they are building you, but because they are familiar, and nothing immediately goes wrong. That is why the trap works. Your life does not collapse. It simply stops compounding. You keep earning just enough to stay busy. You keep resting just enough to return to the same pressure. You keep learning just enough to feel productive, but not enough to change your position. You keep saying, I will do it when things calm down. But calm never arrives because your routine keeps using your energy before you can use it differently. The hidden rule is uncomfortable. Safe choices have a cost, even when they do not look like mistakes. Every avoided risk protects your current life, but it can also protect the limits around it. 5 years pass, and your life is not ruined. It is just smaller than it could have been. The most painful part is not always what you lose loudly. Sometimes it is what disappears so slowly that you keep calling it normal. The emotional cost of this life is hard to explain because nothing looks obviously broken. You are tired, but everyone is tired. You feel behind, but you tell yourself to be grateful. You want more, but wanting more feels selfish. So you shrink the desire instead of questioning the rule that made you feel guilty for having it. This is how normal people lose years without a dramatic collapse. They do not quit on their dreams in one big moment. They negotiate them down slowly. The dream becomes a plan. The plan becomes maybe later. Maybe later becomes a private ache they stop talking about. And because they are still functioning, nobody sees the loss. They answer messages. They go to work. They laugh at the right times. They keep being dependable. From the outside, they still look fine. But inside, something knows the truth. A life can be stable and still feel like it is betraying you. That is another hidden rule. If you ignore your own direction long enough, even comfort starts feeling like pressure. But the point is not to panic or burn your life down. The point is to finally see the rules that were running it. The answer is not to become reckless. It is not to reject responsibility, chase chaos, or pretend every safe choice is wrong. Some rules protect your life, but the real shift is learning which rules are protecting your life and which rules are protecting your cage. Because there are secret life rules normal people learn too late. Being liked is not the same as being respected. Being busy is not the same as making progress. Loyalty becomes dangerous when it is given to people, places, and habits that never grow with you. Comfort is useful for recovery, but dangerous as an identity. And effort only changes your life when it is attached to direction. Once you see this, your past starts making sense. You were not lazy. You were not weak. You were following a rule book that taught you how to avoid failure, but not how to build power. That realization changes everything. The safe option no longer automatically looks wise. Approval no longer feels like proof. Stability no longer gets confused with progress. Once the rule book becomes visible, old rewards stop looking innocent. The life that once felt normal starts revealing its true cost. The trap was not that you failed. The trap was that you became loyal to what kept you small.